Let's go now to our senior law enforcement analyst, Andrew McCabe, also the former deputy director.
I'm letting this all play for you guys, then I'll give you guys my take after.
Director of the FBI. So Director McCabe, what do you see in all of this so far from the information that we have, from the video you've watched, from the responses we've gotten from DHS and from Mr. Bovino?
Well, I mean, obviously, Aaron, at the core of it, you have an unbelievable tragedy where it appears that a potentially unarmed person was essentially assassinated by horrible law enforcement tactics that dramatically escalated the situation. But there are so many questions here at the absolute core of lethal force training in the FBI Academy, in the Academy at Glencoe, Georgia, where DHS agents, ICE agents, Border Patrol folks go through. You are taught from the very beginning that if you use your weapon, you have to be able to, after the fact, articulate exactly why you perceived an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. And so the question now is, when are we going to hear that articulation? What is the reason that these officers, or a single officer, we don't know how many people shot, believed they were in imminent threat of death by this person who was, by every video we've seen, on the ground with anywhere from 4 to 5 officers on top of him at the same time? Nowhere in these videos do you see a weapon in this man's hand. And so while Commander Bovino's statement was very artfully written, yes, they encountered someone who had a gun, it is not clear that that man ever presented the gun, brandished the gun, pointed the gun at anyone, threatened to harm any of these officers. So what's the excuse for having to use lethal force here? We have no idea.
No, and in fact, they were quick to, post a picture of the gun, which they removed from the crime scene. They put in a car. They said, look at these extra magazines, that there was some deplorable act that he was prepared to commit. But they've never actually even said that he did brandish it. And obviously, there's no video evidence that he did any such thing. He did have a permit to carry it. He was clearly there. We hear all the whistles on that one video, right? The whistles people do when they're warning of ICE. He was there trying to protect, it appears, a woman that they pushed over. So, Director McCabe, I'm just curious, though, if there is no investigation, which at this point doesn't appear that there are going to be any indications they're saying case closed and sealed, right? And they don't give.
Number one, there's always going to be a case, okay? Anytime there's a shooting, there's always going to be a criminal investigation open alongside a administrative investigation, and then they decide if they're going to, actually charge the individual. But there's always going to be an open case, okay? That's just what it is. Every single time.
Access to the state for an investigation, which, again, that would be surprising if they did. They didn't do it with Renee Nicole Good. Then what happens here?
Nothing. Nothing happens here. Just like nothing happened after the killing of Renee Good.
If you like these videos, like and subscribe. And if you want to create videos for yourself, try Opus Clip, link in bio.